All of this was created with the help of ChatGPT 3. Do you want to make this? Keep on watching. Let's break these bricks. Hey, what's going on? It's Ty. Just Ty now. Just think about it. Combine your mind with your heart. See what your gut mind is saying. Connect all those three circles and let whatever come out come on. Now, today we are on the ChatGPT field. Y'all been following the news. It's a lot going on over the past coming months. It has been just like the movies, and it is growing and evolving. And with that, you might want to create a game. You might have this imaginative thing going on. You like, I really want to start working on it. Now with this chatbot, it's actually able to help you learn coding as well as produce some really efficient coding. With a little tinkering, you can get some real proficient results. You dig? So check out this thing that I made right here. I'm gonna cut right here, show you how it is. All right, now we back in here. So we're gonna jump in here. It's heard of the classic arcade games. It's a little list like the what is that? Pac-Man. Side scroller, jump over the thing. But I was thinking of asking I went through a couple games and I was asking the chatbot to help me make a breakout game. Like the pad will go from left to right, the ball bounces, and once it hits it, bang, hits the brick at the top, bounces back against the walls, yada yada yada. Just think about it. So I went through a process, so I'm gonna show you how to do the same thing. There it is. I started with a simple conversation. I'm using the model ChatGPT-4. It says let's create a Python code version of the brick game Breakout. It says sure. Here's the implementation of the Breakout game with Python and the Pygame library. First, make sure you have Pygame installed. So I already have that installed, but what you would do with that is open up the command prompt, copy code, and then you would put this in here like this. Control V even conveniently puts it so that it's all you could just copy it. And even sometimes you're gonna see when it's not. We're gonna be able to handle those kind of scenarios. Sometimes it forgets. I already had that installed. Good, wait. Run. Oh, guess it. Install it if need be. There right now. Like you see here, just simply copy, paste it. Success. We upgraded the pip 23.0.1. So now for this, we're going to use Visual Code Studio. You can download Visual Code Studio on Windows, Mac. Can't do it on mobile yet. And once you have that up, you can click File, New Text File, and you'll get a screen like this. Select the language. We're using Python, as you see here. I can use Python, so you type in Python code, bada bang, and you see it created this interesting code. The Pygame is for the physics of it. And it's going to import that here. Go to game continents, the screen width, the paddle width going across the bottom, the ball radius, the brick width at the top, height, how many rows and columns, the colors that's defined in the game, the black and white. This right here is going to initialize the Pygame, set up the display, create ball and paddle, set velocity of the ball right here, and this is the when the game actually starts, the while true. When Pygame event starts, you update the paddle position depending on if you pressing the left or you pressing the right, and then it's updating the ball position based on the ball velocity when it bounces off the walls. And then what else we got? The collisions for if it bounces off of the wall or off of here we go, if it bounces off of the screen and if it bounces off of one of the bricks right here. And if it hits one of the bricks, if ball collides wreck with brick, the brick is removed and the ball velocity is 1 equal to negative Draw everything in at the end. Draw fill blank screen. Draw pie fill white paddle. Then it draws the white ball for bricks and bricks. Then it draws that, and then it updates the display, and it keeps on updating it every time a new event happens. So let's see what happens when we paste this code just fresh off the bat into Visual Studio. Okay, not seeing any errors, no indent errors. It'll make some indentation errors sometimes, but go through that as we go. And run the code. You see here, whoop, we have right off the bat a breakout game. You hit the brick, you get the bat, man. Bada bang, bada tie. Just tie now. Like, think of the implications of this. Think of the implications. We just made the breakout game this fast, but we're going to take it farther than this. So this is just the basic physics going on. You hit the bricks that go along screen width, and look at this. If we could here, we can adjust all of those settings. I say let's make 10 rows. Let's put this in 1080. Let's put 1090 by 1080. Look, this works just like that. Bang. Oh, let's see if we can get up there. Woo! Alright. Let's go. Let's continue. You see the name of it is right here. Breakout. Breakout. I wound up calling it paddle brick. You see right here, we can just change it to paddle brick. That's what we call the name. But alright, let me just backspace all of this. Keep everything as is. And we're gonna the chatgpt actually explains a little bit. Run this code in Python environment, the Pygame installed to play the game. Use the left right arrows to control the pair. Alright, so then I went through, I said, great. Can you add a score and health monitor that goes down, displaying you gotta try again? You had it. So it remembers the code from before, and it updates it again and says, okay, here's a modified version with a score and health system. Now, if it works, we gotta see. Like, it has confidence, like, really strong. So let's see. Let's run down the code. Everything up here is the same, but you see it added the lives and the score increments. Create paddle ball. That should be the same. Velocity set score lives starts at 0. Lives, so it can keep that counter. That's what it's equal to, and it finds that in the code. And go down. And mind you, I've been learning a lot with Python. I had little knowledge of coding, but working alongside creating these games, I created like about 18 different, like, just little fiddly apps going along, some art applications too. I'm gonna show you at the end of the video, so stay tuned. But I've been able to learn a lot going along the way. That's like the only reason I'm able to skim through this code and actually know what is going on. So just look at it for yourself. Don't just copy and paste. Like, really just go into it. Just think about it. Dig deep. Alright, so here we go. It says set score, load, ball, and it's checking for collisions. And it says ball screen height. If lives is not equal to that, that's what that means. If it's false, then it's going to be equal to 1. If lives is greater than 0, see that all right there. And you see, this is what happens. You see, it did not continue the code. Up here, you see for bricks and bricks, it's more code right there to draw everything. But you don't know if it created more code to help with the collisions, or, like in this case, the score and the health system. So what I'll do is I copy this right here, and then I will paste it, and I would say continue please. Now you would see as we go along, it's different phrases we have to put in, because sometimes it would try to just print it all from the very beginning, and you'll see. Alright, it says I apologize for the truncation of the code. Here's the continuation of the code snippet, and it actually finished it. So what we would do here, and if you want to keep this original code too, what I usually do is just save this as a PY file or as a text document, and and start a new one since it worked out so perfectly. In this case, we're gonna keep it going. So I'm gonna paste that right there. And then we scroll to the bottom to where we left off with ball velocity. That's why it's good to read the code too, so you can see what's going on. And I'm gonna erase this and make sure the cursor is right where 4 is. Paste it. See how it's still a little indent error? That's what this usually means. If you run this over here, it kind of tells you. I mean, if you usually see this line right here, it's an indentation error. It's like, back it up, back it up. See how now it's highlighted? Then you just get everything else in there. There you go. But then you see this is not. Huh. Okay. We're gonna troubleshoot all of this right now. This is what I mean, things that can happen. And this is, wait, before we get into it, this is what's describing it. This is how it describes it. This code will update the score and allows on the screen. The score increases by the score increment value set to 10 for each brick in that hit. The number allowed decreases by 1 each time the ball falls below the screen. When the player has no lives left, the game displays game over and exit after a short delay. Let's get back into this. Control X. See what's going on. See how it's kind of indented, a little more over. Oh, I see what happened. I see what I did. I see what happened. Okay, so we're gonna copy and paste this over again and actually get it right. It didn't do the whole thing. See right here, I copied over this whole thing, but it's actually starts at this at the bottom. Okay, so it's not the whole. Bang. And now we can over. All right, now let's see if this works. Woo. Okay. See what happens when we fail. Oh, you gotta try again. You had it. Hey, that part works. Woo. All right, let's hit the little juke on it. Let's. Oh, failed. Oh, I gotta try again. All right, I'll do it again. Okay, so now, woo, game over. And what happens after this? Hey, it did it. Just as it said. Pygame delay. It cuts off at when it says game over. But the scoring system, I think we can't see the score because look, it's up there in the corner, that white in the corner. But just to see, in 90, if we expand the screen, will we be able to get there? Yep, there we go. There go the lives. And let's see it go down. It works. And one more. I'm frozen. I don't know what to do. Game over. Alright, now for the score. Can't really see the score. I said change so I can affect the screen size. But y'all see there, we learned that we can affect the screen size by changing that little doozy right there. Draw score. I said draw score and health. And I copied and paste where in this part of the code where it shows the draw score and health, which is when the game starts in the while true section. Here it is. I copied and pasted this right there. Bang bang. And I pasted it right there, and I said so it's at the bottom of the window so you can see it. You don't have to do all of those adjustments. And it says to display the score and set the lives at the bottom of the window, you can modify the draw text function calls to update the Y coordinates. Here's the code snippet. So the Y is up and down. X is across, Y is up and down. So it's going to update the Y coordinate and say, hey, let's go to the bottom. This will position the score and live text at the bottom right and bottom left and bottom right corners of the screen respectively. The 40 value is used to give some padding between the text and the bottom edge of the window. You can adjust the value to change the padding as needed. So what we would do is Now copy this and paste it over top of this. Put in the new brand new. And that before getting all of the indentation so everything stays aligned. Oh, got an error. It says screen height is not defined. Oh, that's because we didn't copy this. It's going off of its own memory. So I have to change. I'm gonna copy this over to here. See how this is in capitals, what we have here, and what they have is in lowercase. So what we can just do, you just copy and paste it. Make it simple. And now it should work. Oh. And what's going on? What's going on? Or what we can do is this. We're going to copy and paste this screen width into here. And we're going to copy and paste this screen height into there. So everything stays nice, consistent. Alright, now let's run the code and see how it goes. There we go. Lobs on the bottom, scores on the bottom. Just tie. Woo! Break it out. And there we go. It says score increments of 10, so you see it's going up by the tensies. And as usual, if you go down, bang, you gotta try again. You had it. But right now, we're gonna go back. And what I went on now to do was I copied and pasted the whole code in there just in case I forgot. So what you would do is copy and paste all the code. And then I said I wish to add a sound effect every time a brick is hit. I said ding, dong, 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 ding, ding. To add a sound effect when the brick is hit, you need to add a sound file, WAV or OGG file to play. Save the sound file in the same directory as your game script. For this example, let's assume you have the sound file named hitSound.wave. He said hit sound. Here's how you modify the code to play the sound effect when the brick is hit. Load the sound file at the beginning of the script. Play the sound effect when the brick is hit in the while true section. Yeah, in the while true section when the brick is hit plays. Or load the sound up. Make sure you have the sound file hit sound.wave in the same directory as your game script. When the brick is hit, sound effect will play. Okay, let's do that. We're going to load up the sound effect because we already have the initiate Pygame in it. It's just a good place marker to see where we should place it at. Here, hit enter, enter again, Control V. Doesn't look like it got the whole thing. I think it. But you get the whole thing. I'm going to add it like this. And in the while true for the bricks for bricks, we're going to update it. Update the collision part, you see. So that it makes that nice sound that we're going to fit. There we go. Okay. Just tell them when it's removed, the score goes up, play sound hit. Alright, so now how we get the sound in there, at least I have it on the same directory and hit this Explorer tab on the side. Now I have all of mine in this folder called folder for PyInspo. If you need to add your folder, what you would do is click new folder right here, and then you go to, no. What you would do is, how would you? Yeah, here it is, add folder to workspace. And then when you add the folder to workspace, you'll be able to have it in the same directory as your game. I already have this one added. I have a nice list right here, and I have the hit music files already created. And what I did, I created them in Ableton and I exported them all. Because soon I wanted it, you're going to see, I wanted it to have so it makes a different sound. But we're going to start with just one sound right now. Alright, this is here. Okay. So what we do is go back up here and click. I found that, let's see, I click rename so that I can get the actual name of it and copy it. Control C, then get in there, Control V, and play. There's no file here. We go wave found in working directory. Huh. See if we copy the whole path. Exit that back out. The whole path. Still, hopefully, the points it. Other folder. And there's something else I found. When you copy in the path to the folder, a lot of times it'll tell you it's an error, but it is an error in how the slashes are. So you gotta like reverse the slashes when you point into a directory. Now let's see if this actually. Let's see how if this works. It actually works. Let's stop the code. I had to run it on that time. And let's run it again. Oh, came on. Ah. All right, let's go back up. What happens? Hey, it makes a sound. We got a ding. We got a ding. Let's hear it again. Woo! One more time for the good time. Hey, okay, and it works. See if the life still works. And we're still in business. Congratulations, you made it this far. So, now that we have this, you might want to hit that save button, which I'm going to do too. And we're going to call this Add a Brick. Okay, so then I said, I copied the whole code over again, just so it can see exactly what it's working with. Just in case it has some memory issues, no dementia. And then I said, I wish to add a sound effect every time brick. No. Wait. I did it again. I said, hey, let's make it so there's a different sound every time the ball hits the block. Import and then that's where it starts. Import Pygame assist. A different sound. Imported the whole code again, and then it spit back out to play a different sound every time the ball is hit the brick. You need multiple sound files. Let's say you have 3 sound files. Hit sound 1, hit sound 2, and hit sound 3. You can use random choice function to randomly select one of these sound files to play when a brick is hit. Here's the modified code. See, they added the import random. They added more spaces for more sound effects. And they added the random choice that they mentioned before. It says make sure you have sound files hit 1, 2, and 3 in the same directory as the game script when it's hit. And you see how you can, I showed you before how you can add the path to it, just in case it gets, change that path. The slashes. So let's go with this. This is right underneath the for a little marker placement. But we need to import the random. We can't just import the whole code, see, because it's leaving place markers for everything else. Or we were able to. I found with chatgpt 3, it tries to actually spit out the whole code all over again. Gotta keep saying continue from here, but chatgpt 4, it actually leaves gaps so it doesn't waste time. Especially when they only let you do 25 messages an hour right now. So that finds some convenience. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for working with me. Alright, so let's do that. Let's copy and it's right here. No. Random. Import that random. Go to the top. Make space. Just make it look nice. Import the random. Everything right here. All the way up to the hashtag. See. Down to where these sound effects are. Sound effects, that's gonna be X. And we have to also change the while true bricks for bricks. So let's go to that bricks for bricks and do that copy. Okay. So now let's adjust the speed. Let's adjust. That's coming, the speed. Adjust the sound effect. Now I added a little more. Now I have another chatbot that's actually installed on here that helps me recreate. As you see, I only have to click tab to enter more. But if you don't have this installed on your Visual Code Studio, then just copy and paste what's above. And if you have more sounds that you want included in your version. And then head to your good old music folder. Now we're gonna go with copy path. And we're gonna go in here and correct all the notation. Alright, now let's see if it makes a different sound based off the random, important random, and the random choice function. Nope, we got an error. It says hit sound random choice at line 2 unexpected indent. Hey, yep. Here we go. You see, it's not affected anything. What happened? This definitely didn't happen. See. All right. I don't know why that occurred. There we go. I think it was because of the indentations, as they was mentioning. But as you see now, if you followed exactly as I did, you too will have it so it makes a different sound every time the brick hit the ball hits the brick. Now the story behind Paddle Brick is a guy was eating some hot sauce he found, and he got turned into a brick. It was so spicy he passed out, and he turned into the paddle. Turned into the paddle, and he has to free himself. And we're going to continue that as journey. Whoa, what's happening with the ball? That's pretty freaky. All right, so now we got something good going on so far. Pat yourself on the back if you made it this far. Have a little wiggle, stretchy. Okay. Next thing. Adjust speed of ball to increase. So I wanted the ball, the speed of the ball to increase every time the ball goes up by 5 points. So it says to increase the ball speed every time the player earns 5 points. You can modify the code. So you can talk this how you need to. Listen, you can modify the code to adjust the ball's velocity based on the current score. In this example, we'll increase the ball's speed by 1 unit for every 5-point score. Here's the code snippet. So we have to change the while true settings. So while the game is in motion, the bricks and bricks when it's colliding. Now the ball speed will increase by 1 unit in both X and Y directions every time the player earns 5 points. The ball speed will increase progressively as the player continues to hit bricks. Let's copy this in there. Draw bricks, put bricks for bricks. Section. See if it works. Now you see we have it by 10, so it should really speed up pretty fast. And do. Okay. Trying to see if it's just my awesome skills, or is the ball speed not? Yeah, that should be a couple. It is something it does too. Look at that. It just keeps going across. So what I think we can do is let's see what happens if we change this to +4. Change both to 4. I don't really know what it does, but just for a note. Change the screen settings back to 900 and 800 just so we can get through the game faster. Okay, it's getting faster. It's getting faster. There we go. We had to turn it up a notch. That one increment wasn't enough. Couldn't really feel it. But wait, look at that. That gravity situation. We'll work on that in a bit. Okay, but you see, next step. I was thinking, hey, let's change so paddle shrinks every time paddle gets hit. Nice idea. Let's see how it goes. Look at this. Add right here the paddle shrink factor right above the game. Here, some space for style points. What else? For the collisions, for the ball collisions, I'm going to create a new shrink paddle. Yeah, that we're going to get in here, find that collisions right here. Got the add one. That's kind of the same, but it's giving us a good Control V right there. And says in this example, the paddle's width is reduced by 10%. 0.9 is 10%. It gets hit by the ball. The max and min function store the paddle's x coordinate stays within the screen bounds and size it. You can adjust the paddle shrink factor variable to change the percentage by which the paddle shrinks. See how that goes. Oh, it's going. It's going. Some more challenging. Bah. Boosh. Does it restart? Yes, it does. Alright, so we got the paddle to shrink. And what I did before I started working on the next section on here, I didn't want to run out of tokens on the chatgpt 4. I want to see if we can change the ball to any icon possible. So if you want to do that, keep watching this. What I did right here, I started a whole new conversation. As you can see, go all the way to the tippity top. Used to not be allowed in the building, but now I copied the code into here, copied and paste, and I asked ChatGPT 3.5 model, yo, change so ball can be a PNG image that is resized and behaves the same as the ball. And then want to start acting all wonky. So like, remember, keep everything kind of the same, and we can have a good time. To change the ball to a PNG image, you can use the py.image.load method to load an image file and convert it to a surface object that can be drawn on the screen. Here's an example code snippet that loads a ball image, resizes it to the appropriate size, and draws it to the screen instead of the ellipse shape. Go. All of these variables remain the same. I'm gonna copy this right here. And you see right here, it didn't. We're gonna copy it right there. Get rid of all of that. Bang. And then you see right here, it did not complete the code. So I copied this. I put it in there. Copied and paste and said, "Go continue, please." Here's the updated snippet. Hey, luckily, it continued. Went all in to the end. You always want to look for this. The update pod display in time. That means like towards you're at the end. Note that the ball variable has been replaced with the ball rec, and the ball is now drawn using the screen.blitz ball image screen rec instead of pi draw eclipse screen white ball. Remember, it was a white ball. It's a image. Keywords. So let's do that. And find the pathway to load edge right here. Load the ball and image and resize it. You have to put the path right here and it converts to alpha. Resizes the ball image to the size that scale. So, or logo. This one is just time down logos. Just think about it. Flower of life. Yeah, we're going to use. And you can do the same. If you get an image of just a regular circle or something in there, get in Photoshop or Photopedia online, or find a random image online. Just as long as you're not selling no copyright stuff, test it out. You can use it as your ball. Okay, faced with an error. iPhone Breakout inline 36 module PyImage. Per error, no video mode has been set. That means, so what I did was, but I found out though that it does mean the image is not being reloaded every time the ball moves. Paste that in there. So if you have that error too, you just paste it in there. Boosh. And you say, hey, and it will read it. The error, Pygame error, no video mode has been set occurs because Pygame requires a display surface to be set before you can load an image. To fix this error, you can move the image loading code after the display surface has been. Here's the updated code. That should have worked. And you see, I told you with chatgpt 3 and 4, how this is like spin up the whole code again. So right here it stopped and we update missing part, and did it make it to the bottom? Ooh. Alright, so copy and all of that. That worked. Boom. Hey, it's a blue ball. This is not the image. They changed the score increments on me. I had it at by 10. They changed his chatgpt 3 changed it. Huh? Oh. I see what happened. This is when I had it before. This won't happen with me. But if it does, just go in there and triple check what image is being loaded. Change it to the one that you actually. And then we have the Just Time Now image. Small, yet it is there. Now can we resize that? Copy and paste the whole code into the chat again. And you add the ability to add background that is resized so it fits the GUI and to play music. Sometimes when you ask to add a background image, it will make so it sits in the middle. So I was trying to work with it so it can fit on the GUI. The GUI is the actual display that pops up when you play with the file and everything. Here's the updated code. Sure, here's the updated version of code that adds a background image and plays the music you were requesting. See if it's finished the code. Oh, it leaves it off right here. Update paddle position. So then I copied and pasted this right here, and I said continue please. From here, and it says sure, and it started it all over from the beginning. Told you that would happen from time to time, and it left off exactly where it left off again. So what did I do? Copied and pasted that, and said, hey, continue please from this part, or part as I like to say. And it said speed 10. Then it said, why I put that right there. But it got to the point and it said, if keys press, and you can see that's like exactly right here, left. So now it picked it back up where we left. Did it finish with the update pod display? Yes. So let's copy this code. Visual go. So we get exactly where second right. B. Error. Indentation error. Let's highlight all of this. Press. Hey, there we go. So it's all lined up nice and neat. Paddle, like usually. Your paddles along with the paddle that's under there. There we go. Everything is. I have it. Wave format. Streaming on iTunes, Spotify. And the background. What I created was this little butte right here, paddle brick. Now I created this alongside Dall-E and alongside what is that? With Photoshop. There it is, so you can see the whole thing. And with Photoshop. So you can come up with yours how you want to. What I did was I created multiple images on Dall-E. Here's the Dall-E that I use. I typed in mushrooms with bricks breaking into pieces to another universe 90s game art style, and I chose one. I went through a couple, as you see, just trying to balance out, see what kind of ideas I wanted to go with. Eventually I came up with this one right here, and then I modified it to what we have now. Added extra characters, lighting, backgrounds and everything, and the words pedal brake. Paddle break. Taking breaks over here, and we breaking through reality. Yeah. So just I copied that. Copy this path into. Oh, I copied the wrong thing. There it is. Bang! Nope. Says incorrect sRGB profile. Name background is not defined. On 147. So we copy this and we paste it into. Yeah. Got that? Paste it into there. Then it says it look like you are trying to blit a background image onto the screen, but the variable background has not been defined. You need to load the background image first using the image load and assign it to a variable, like you did with the ball image. Then you can flip the background onto the screen using scriptlet background image rec. Here's an example code snippet that loads a background image. Did we ever copy that top part? No, we did not. So to load it so it fits, other game code, see it has a placeholder. I'll go right above the while true. Oh, okay. So we can do this. A art point. So right where it says the background. There we go. Here. Put the background green. Right underneath the sys.x. Error. No file background working. Oh, it must have deleted the space holder. Put it back in there. Hey, look, we have a background. Whoa, what happened? It says paddle speed is not defined. If you made it this far, give yourself 2 snaps. If you made it this far, give yourself 5 claps. Yes. Alright. So now we at the part where we have the game running. You have your background. We got the paddle shrinking. But now we're going to affect the gravity. So let's go and do such. Copy code. I copied the code into here. Bang bang. Paste it into chatgpt 3. And I said add. Here it goes. Add gravity to the ball, please. So to add gravity to the ball, you can modify the vertical velocity of the ball over time. You can define a constant for the gravity and update the ball's vertical velocity accordingly in the main game loop. Here's an example on how to do that. So we're going to add this to those list of constants. It's at the top. See the game constants. Now we're going to add a gravity. And then in the main game loop, update ball rec, move, IP ball velocity, apply gravity, ball velocity 1. See if it is true, if it is equal to the, it stays zoomed in. And let's find that update ball position. There it is. Paste. Hey, cool, went blue. And collisions for bricks and bricks. Reset gravity after collisions. Now, when I was running this before, kind of made it wonky, so we're gonna remember we added this. So yeah, let's see, you'll see what I mean. For bricks and bricks. Let's make this a little bigger. And bring it so y'all can actually see it. There we go. For bricks and bricks. And where do I need to add this to once again? Where are we putting this? Reset gravity after collision. For bricks and bricks. Is that after the break? No, it's like 2 lines right there. I guess that's for that stuff. We're gonna put it right here, above the break. Right indent, right where the play random sound is, and paste. And then indent it so it matches the hit sound. Maybe? Yep, now the break went away. Cool. Now let's check out this gravity. Whoa. Paddle speed, it says paddle speed is not defined. Oh, yeah, we can add that. We can add that. This is a Todd Tibbet. We're going to add this to the contents. See all in here? We can add paddle speed. See, we got paddle width, paddle height, but we don't have a paddle speed. So let's go right at the paddle height, press enter. And is it in lowercase or uppercase? Where it says that. It's on line 97. 97, it's lowercase. So let's just copy that. Copy. Paste. And we're going to put that it is. Ooh. Let's start with 10. See what 10 does. Hey, it works. And look at this, guys. You created yourself a fully functional game. Hey, let's get me out the way. Oh, I gotta try again. And now let me get this so I can see everything. There we go. You did it. There we go. Oh, I'm like, what is going on? Oh, that's game over. At least that works. But for real though, here we go right here. Paddle break. You created the game Paddle break. You see the gravity's affected now, how it's bouncing? Whoosh. And look, every time it hits it, it should get a little higher. And you can go into there and affect all of these constants so that your game can, right, let's make it so that it can actually hit the brick. We ain't gonna do this to y'all. This gravity is way too strong. I can't even get all the way up there. But look at this, you can just change it right there. So to increase it, do we increase the value? Let's just put it at 0.9 or decrease it. Whoa, okay. I see that's a little too much. So let's go 0.09. Now it's a little more floating action, but will it reach the bricks? Oh, almost. Let's go one more. Let's go one more. Let's go 5. Is the gravity a good idea, guys? There we go. Hey, it makes it back down. It was. Remember last time it would go back and forth and it would get stuck. So hey, we debugged it. We tied it all together. Thank y'all for coming on through. If y'all want to try this game out, here goes a link to it right. If you wish to get this game for yourself, the link is in the description below. I got it on the Gumroad. You can name a price or you can do what you want on there. So thank y'all for joining. Yeah, so if you want to support the channel, check out the TikTok, Just Tied Now, Instagram, Just Tied Now, YouTube, Just Tied Now, website coming soon, justtiednow.com. So yeah. And if you want to see more videos like this, share this around, let me know. Let me know. But they're coming. They coming. Look at this one right here. One called Circles. These games going to be available. Relaxation, fractalization. We spreading out into the multiverse. This was all created with Python code. Revealing a little bit of it right there on the left. But y'all have yourself a wonderful day. And remember, we all tie. But do we really tie? Sometimes I don't know, dude. Sometimes I don't know. But just tie now. Combine your mind with your heart. See what your gut mind is saying. Connect all those 3 circles and let whatever come out just come on.